So here it is. And the question that you might be wondering is, what's actually new? And actually there is a good answer to that because they don't look very different, except for one major difference right there. But inside, they've actually updated a lot. 11 things to be exact. So let me tell you what those are.
Mr. Black.
By the way, welcome to the channel. My name is Danny Black, and I love to review cool gear that comes my way. If you are new here, don't be a stranger. Click that button right here. And if you can click that button right there, it gives me a warm and fuzzy feeling every time you hit that. Ooh, thank you, I felt that. Links to everything can be found down in the description, plus some really good coupon codes to the GoPro Hero 11 and all the other GoPros, so check that out, and a surprise link. I'm also giving away a Hero 11 courtesy of Telesen, one of the best accessory stores out there. They partnered with me and they want to do a Hero 11 giveaway on my channel. That's pretty awesome. So all the details for that will be down in the description, so make sure you check it out. But it's pretty easy, and there's a good chance that you're gonna win. Now, if you are completely new to GoPro or haven't been doing any GoProing for a long time, do check out this playlist right here. There's a lot of videos that I've made so you can get to know your GoPro a lot more and just see all the cool stuff that you can do. So let's get right into it, and here is the first new feature that I want to share with you, and that is a larger sensor. Now, typically the GoPro sensors have been a 1/2.3 inch, but now we are at a 1/1.9 inch sensor. Now you might be thinking, hey wait, that one's bigger than that one. But remember, these are fractions. And if you think about it that way, we're getting closer and closer to a 1-inch sensor. So it is a larger sensor, and it means a few things that we'll get to on this list. But the biggest difference is the new aspect ratio of 8:7. And that basically means it's a larger canvas, which provides more room, more margins, more flexibility with editing, and ultimately the most immersive footage, which also increases the vertical field of view by 16% over the Hero 10 Black. And then on my 16:9 timeline, it just gives me a lot more freedom to scale in and move around on the frame. So I can kind of see why this would be very beneficial too, especially if I want to like upload this to TikTok or something like that. Just yeah, it kind of works for everything, doesn't it? And it's also important to note that they offer a higher bit rate of 120 megabytes per second, which is up from 100 megabytes per second on the Hero 10 Black. And on 4K and 5K quality videos, the higher the bit rate, the better the quality. This is full frame, just so I could see myself. You can see what the colors look like on me. How does that look? Full frame. I'll tell you what, the 11 so far, just switching between the 10 and the 11, I'm finding the 11 to be a lot easier to use, and just there's a couple little subtle things that are different as well that they've improved. So number 2 on this list is 10-bit color. This is more immersive color and next generation image quality. 10-bit, which is an upgrade from 8-bit, and you might be going, wow, that's only 2 more bits better. That's not that big of an upgrade. 8-bit is 16.7 million shades of color, whereas 10-bit has 1 billion shades of color, which really shows up in those high resolution videos and pictures. So now, yeah, 8-bit to 10-bit, that actually sounds like a pretty massive upgrade. And it also gives you a higher dynamic range and high res and high frame rates. So 5K 60, 4K 120, and it also improves the auto exposure. 10-bit HEVC encoding offers content that's like more what your eyes are gonna see. This will be more noticeable with like smoother gradients, more detail when you're capturing things in motion, and also less banding in the sky. Like, you know, with the older GoPros, when you film the sky, you'll see like, it looks like just a bunch of different kind of rings of color. This actually looks more realistic and it kind of fades into each color. Number 3 is 27 megapixel photos. Now, it might not seem like a huge upgrade from the Hero 10 with 23 megapixel photos, or the Hero 9 with 20 megapixel photos, or even down to the Hero 7 that only had 12 megapixel photos. So actually from the 7 to 11, that's a massive upgrade. And with that bigger sensor, it captures photos with that 8:7 aspect ratio. So you shoot it in 8:7 and then you can simply crop to 4:3 or 16:9 or 9:16, and you're not gonna lose any image quality. Number 4 is the new night effects. There are 3 all-new time-lapse presets. You can easily capture art in the dark with no post-production required. So you have light painting. With light painting, it uses a long exposure in the dark environments to create brush stroke effects. With vehicle light trails, it uses long exposure in dark environments, and it creates light trails from moving vehicles. And the other one is star trails. Star trails uses the Earth's rotation to create star trails across the night sky. These are things that you used to have to like process with like apps and all this other stuff after the fact, but now you can do it within your GoPro and then you can easily share it on your social media and all that stuff. That's really cool. And all of these different modes, I'm gonna go out and film some stuff. I'm just waiting for some clear nights here. I literally just got this GoPro today, so I need some clear nights to capture some of that stuff. So stay tuned to the channel, and when it does happen, you'll see it. Number 5 is the all-new hyper immersive Hyperview. Something like Hyperview mode is gonna be more for action shots. Like, you know, if you're racing bikes and you want the chest mount, or, you know, you're doing something more actiony. Actually, let's hop on the skateboard and see what Hyperview looks like on there. Hyperview is basically Superview, but to the next level. This GoPro exclusive lens takes the 8:7 aspect ratio footage and the new image sensor, and it delivers it as a wide angle 16:9 shot. The result is an ultra immersive video that amps up action oriented POV footage by capturing more of you and your surroundings. Yeah, so wind reduction is on auto, so I'm not sure what it's gonna sound like, but I'm going pretty fast. There's a lot of wind going in my ears, but this is what Hyperview looks like. Just compare it to wide. Here we go. This is like the GoPro traditional wide angle right here. So you get an interesting comparison between Hyperview and wide. Hello again. Just so much more view. You get a lot more to look at as the viewer, which is kind of cool. I'm liking this field of view. It's actually, it's not too bad. It also makes me look a lot skinnier, so that can't be a bad thing. Number 6 is Hypersmooth 5.0 and 360 horizon lock. The image sensor allows for even more advanced stabilization technology. And with Hypersmooth 5.0, even better stabilization in 4:3 aspect ratio footage. Hypersmooth 5.0 now unlocks linear and horizon lock digital lens. This keeps your footage straight even though your camera can rotate up to 360 degrees. It works in all resolution and frame rates except 5.3K 60, 4K 120, and 2.7K 240, and 1080 240 as well. But even those can now utilize horizon leveling, which will lock the horizon up to 27 degrees. So if you have a little bit of shake, it's gonna keep it locked. I mean, you go a little bit more and you lose that. But it also has an all-new auto boost, which is a dynamic adjustment to your Hypersmooth. So when the camera does detect shake, it will still try to maintain the widest field of view if possible. And I'd like to take a moment to just thank everybody who's been working on that in-body stabilization for these cameras, because this is like mind-blowing stuff. So, all right, number 7 is Time Warp 3.0. Now, Time Warp 3.0 is basically the same on the 10 as it is the 11, but now they offer it to the 5.3K resolution. And that is a big step up, because when you're doing those hyperlapses with Time Warp, you can actually go in and correct things a little bit more. You can crop in, you can zoom in, and you won't lose a lot of quality. So I do like that a lot.
Number 8.
Number 8 is auto-uploading highlights to the cloud. Now for this, you actually need the subscription, which I highly recommend because, man, I have used mine fully and I really think it's a good deal. I don't get anything out of you getting the subscription, but check out the video where I dissect it and it's well worth it. Yeah, you just create a highlight on your video and then when you get to Wi-Fi, it will automatically upload it to the cloud. And I love that because if you have some really good footage that you don't want to lose and maybe something could happen to your card or somehow you can get your GoPro stolen or whatever, those clips will be saved on the cloud and you can access them later. Number 9 is the new menu look. Now, it's not a huge difference, but it's a nicer, cleaner look. And having used both of them, I can tell that the navigation is a lot better. It's buttery smooth on the 11 compared to the 10. Like, I had no problems on the 10, but I notice it more now. The 11 just works so much better. And the big update to this is now they have your pro controls and easy controls. So if you're just wanting to point and shoot, you can use their default settings that they already have, which are really good for that. But then you could also unlock to pro mode and have all your custom presets right there. So I do like how they have them separated now, because for some people, they just want that easy stuff. And for other people, they want that more complex stuff. Number 10 is the new bendy thing. What is this thing called actually? Number 10 is the Gumby flexible mount, which could look like a spider and you could really freak someone out. Ooh, this might be fun. But the cool thing about the Gumby flexible mount is it's really easy to set up. There's a lot of times when you want to mount your GoPro and maybe there's not a good enough spot for a clamp. Like if you're at a chain link fence, you can get really creative with how you attach it, I guess. It also comes with some extra little Gumby things. I don't know what you call these, but you can also attach them around to just give them a little bit more length. Although I do highly recommend this Telesin clamp. This thing is amazing and it's solid. So if you want something that's not going to move around, check out this Telesin clamp. This thing is really good. Link in the description. But other than that, the Gumby thing is really cool because it comes with it and it does work and it's pretty nice to have. Number 11 is power elevated to 11. So the Hero 11 actually comes standard with the Enduro Battery. Now, the Enduro Battery does a lot of different things, like it's better recording in the cold, but it also gives you 38% more on the Hero 11 than the Hero 10 did with the GoPro stock battery. And it does that because it optimizes the firmware, it reduces power consumption when it's on idle, and the different video mode presets that it has built into it. Now, when I got the GoPro, I went out and shot for about 2 hours, and I shot a lot of stuff. I was going through the menu, the brightness was full, all that good stuff. And by the end of it, I still had 16% left, and that's on full frame at 5K. So later on this channel, I'll dive a little bit deeper and just see and test it out exactly. But yeah, that's a lot. 11 things. If you look at these two together and you say, they look the same, well, they're not. But which is your favorite new feature on the Hero 11? Let me know, drop a comment down below. And if you wanna win the Hero 11, make sure you check out the description on how to do it. It's really easy to do. There's only 2 steps, and it's not like signing up in emails and all that stuff. No. It's really easy. So check that out down, and I will draw a name within the end of the month. So you could win one of these things, which would be great. But that's it for today's video. Stay tuned, because there's a lot more coming up on this channel, like so much. Yeah, I'll see you next time.
Mr. Black.